check on our food truck, see if any critters got into it during winter. We just use it when we do our coat because it's our mobile kitchen. We take it to a campground. We live in tents, and we have our kitchen that we use. Forgot my wife had stored a bunch of stuff in here. This thing plugs in and it runs, but it doesn't cool. I need to try topping it up. It was sitting picked up. We plug the thing in with a heavy cable. The electrical runs to the outside, and then this thing plugs in. There, and that's our griddle. So a few drops of water got on it, I'll have to clean it. There are a few mouse droppings in here. Got a propane range. It's not hooked up yet. That's a goal for this upcoming year. And the hot water heater works. It plugs in the corner there. And we've got a little electrical panel up here. So I've got, in a campground, we plug into two 30 amp campground plugs. One runs right for the range only, and the other one runs the hot water heater, all the outlets, the lights, any coffee makers or anything we have in here. And we've got some dishes and whatnot stored in here, but I don't mind signs of these drawers. That's good. There's mouse turd in that one. Okay, let's get into this. I didn't know the stroller was, or crib was in here. Okay. It's not that dirty. Just one on there. So it'll all get cleaned before it's used again. We got the owner of this food truck had needed the motor for a different older truck that was getting fixed up. So he said if we could pull out the 350 and the tranny, the standard that was behind it, and give him that, we could have the rest of the truck. So it took me a day. Got that motor and tranny out darn quick, put the whole front end back together. So we then modified it. Missing a screw. And the inside had been left sitting for like 20 years and had like food truck stuff left in here, which was all rotted out, and everything was just a mess everywhere. So we took off all the shelves, wire brushed the whole interior, and then I painted the interior. Didn't have enough of any one paint for the paint it, so I literally just mixed up all the stuff that we had. Spots that had rusted through from the outside, we just took a skin off of an old hot water tank, the outer metal shielding, and we just riveted patches on where we needed to. Went up top, and it looks like it's coming through still, but we replaced big sections everywhere. And we went over the roof, and we scraped off all the caulking and resealed the roof, but I didn't get to change the vents. The vents were all smashed up, so the water is still getting in at the edge of the vent, so I'll have to change them because I can see it didn't work as good as I was hoping. But we just use it as a kitchen on wheels for when we're camping. We drag this thing, there's no motor in it, just down to the campground in town. And then we can have our little kitchen set up for cooking. We have 8 kids, and other families are there who have a lot of kids too. So it just makes everything a lot easier to have a kitchen we can take out, plug into the 2 outlets from the 2 campsites because we're using tents. And the entrance is plugged. tires were good on it, so it's easy to move. And I cleaned up the outside. There was loose paint everywhere, believe it or not. This is cleaned up. Pressure washed. The whole thing was covered in like moss and whatnot. And then I added a blue line on the top of the decal that's not broken up, just a little bit of an accent. When I took the motor out, I trimmed the whole frame in the front. The frame in the front in here was one continuous piece, so I had to cut it on both sides. So I welded up a tab on each side, and I got nuts bolted to it, welded to it. So you just put bolts in, so you can remove that plate now, and there will come out easily. So if I want to put another motor in, all the parts are there, and it'll be easy to reassemble. It is a neat truck, and I do have other 350s and automatic transmissions. It's not a huge truck, but it's a neat old Chevy chassis. So to get it self-propelled at some point is still going to be an option. Needs a little bit more work. Has a Chevy steering wheel, but GMC badging. But when the window opens up, the inner doors, the flap on the top that was used to keep the water out has failed, so I need to get some old inner tube or something and make a new flap for up there that'll seal a bit better. And don't want to clean it up too much because it's mostly left unsupervised at our farm here, and I don't need people coming and stealing everything out of it because there's no, So I can't afford to do everything. Can't afford to do body work and whatnot for something that we just use once a year or twice a year as needed. But, the hazard here, I can't say we have no security. There are 4 Great Pyrenees that, if you don't know them, they're not going to be such big suckies. And the really threatening thing is we have attack cats. And they'll spot you. And if they don't get you, there's a couple geese kicking around. And not just Canada geese. White geese. That's Vin Weasel. This is Pinko. And then there's Puppy, is another cat. He's a stripy one. He's probably actually in the vehicle. Anyway, or when we need an outdoor kitchen, well, when we go to the campgrounds.